Today we're with the Executive Chairman and the CEO of the Produce World Group. And the Produce World Group are very interesting in that they're one of the few businesses in the produce sector that actually fully engage in collaboration and joint ventures. Neil, what sort of businesses do you look for to enter into a JV to collaborate with? Because it feels like this is going to be the future.
Well, typically there'll be businesses who do what we do so that we can get scale and therefore get efficiencies. The industry, in my view, does need a lot of consolidation to get down to a cost base that retailers will accept. Because retailers have had a torrid time in the past 18-12 months with retail prices crashing in food of anywhere between 6 and 10% depending on which category you're looking at. So for us to survive, we have to build scale so that we can meet the demands they put upon us for scale and efficiency to deliver the kind of pricing that they're looking for.
So when we're next talking on video, hopefully in say 5 years' time, do you think that this whole supplier landscape will be completely different because there will be so many joint ventures and the consolidation will have eliminated those least performing businesses?
Well, I think is inevitable because with the commercial pressure out there, unless you can find a way of making a living, making a profit, you can't survive because the banks won't support you if you carry on making losses. So you have to find a way of doing that, and we think we've come up with a model which is flexible enough to allow us to do that.
I think growers, obviously you couldn't exist, you couldn't pack in the factory behind us without those growers. What sort of growers do you look for in respect of the ambitions that you've got?
Well, in the very same way that retailers look for people like us to be sustainable, we would look to growers who are sustainable, who work with us on not reducing their margin but reducing their costs to allow them to work with us more effectively.
Yep.
So whether we can get together with utility suppliers, seed suppliers, so that people can share in the benefit of scale, for example.
Because that sounds so simple, but it's never been done because so many businesses are very siloed in their thinking. But actually, if they talked openly and saw that there's a lot of duplication, whether it be utility and if they all pull together. But there's always been that sort of reserve within the sector to go down that route.
Well, I think as the sector becomes under more and more pressure, hopefully people will realise that actually it's a way of helping each other. There are other industries, other sectors. I mean, a totally different industry, the beer industry, for example, probably uses 1 or 2 bottling plants in the whole of the UK to bottle a multitude of brands. And the only difference is the recipe and the marketing. But the physical bottle, the bottling line is the same.
Well, so if you look at a particular major retailer in fresh produce, they've got over 110 independently owned packers for them. So you would say that's foolish, and they should be that.
Well, every retailer is looking for fewer, bigger, better to get scale and efficiency. So if we have a model which does exactly that, then hopefully we're on the right track.
And then people obviously so important within the Produce World Group. We've met some fantastic people already in the site that we're at today. Culturally, what sort of people are you looking for to be part of your success?
Very much can-do people who are prepared to just put that extra bit of effort in. I mean, we've done a fair amount of recruitment recently, and we always target the very best people we can find. In fact, we ask our customers, who is the best individual you've ever met doing something or other, and they say this person, and we go and get that person. That's exactly what we do.
Again, you're not siloed in your thinking that you're quite acquisitive on people outside of the fresh produce sector.
Absolutely.
Whilst a lot of people within fresh will only look at people from that sector because of that comfort zone.
Yeah, if you look at our executive team, I mean, hardly any of them are from the produce sector.
Look at yourself.
Yeah, exactly. But there are enough people in the business who know about the product and the economy and the science and everything else. They're just looking for a bit of leadership and, okay, how do we make this work then? So our exec team is all about making it work.
And for those, let's call them younger individuals who are coming out from colleges and universities, for them to be aligned to the likes of Produce World or someone in middle management, you'd be confident that career-wise, the career that they could have within Produce World would be very interesting? Or?
Well, certainly, because we are going to deliver our ambition. I'm quite confident of that, which means we're going to need a lot of people. And the best people inevitably will rise up through the ranks. It's almost the law of the jungle, isn't it?
Absolutely. Neil, thank you very much for your time. Fascinating. Let us see how Produce World develops. I'm sure it'll be in a very, very positive basis.
Thank you.
Neil,
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.